Let's look at this paper. This is a paper 1, May-June 2022, variant 11. Now let's first go through the instruction. The instructions are as follows. You must answer on the question paper. You will need geometrical instruments. That will be for construction, that can be for loci. Answer all questions, there is no choice. Use black or dark blue pen. You may use an HB pencil for any diagrams or graphs. It's not necessary, but it's preferable. And then it's a basic, write your name and center number and candidate number in the boxes at the top of the page. Candidate name, center number, and candidate number. Write your answer to each question in the space provided. That means do not exceed the space. And then there is a special line for writing down the final answer. And then what are the notes? Do not use an erasable pen or correction fluid. Do not use it, write on any barcodes. This is the barcode. Do not tamper with it. Calculators may not be used in this paper. Definitely calculators won't be allowed. You may use tracing paper. This is for transformation, but we don't need it. You must show all necessary working clearly. The total mark is 80. The number of marks for each question or part question is written in the brackets. Now, I took a minute to go through it. Naturally, you don't have to go through it every time. Now you know exactly what they're asking. So now this is 219 right now. Let me make a timing table for this. So time and number of questions that can be attempted in a particular time. So I'm starting at 220. Let's see how many questions can I attempt in maybe like 15, 20 minutes. So let's get started. Question number 1. Write down the value of 5 in this number. So 2, 5, 3, 6, 2, 4. It's a 6-digit number. This is unit. This is 10. This is 100. And this is 1,000. And this is 10,000. And this is 100,000. That means 5 belong to the 10,000 category. So when it belongs to the 10,000 category, 5 into 10,000, that is 50,000. That is what is required. The second part, the crowd at a sports event is exactly 3, 5, 6, 8, 7. Write this number correct to the nearest 10. So again, this is unit, this is 10. And we need to round it off to the nearest 10. So what does it mean? It means that if I round it off to different level of accuracies that are given in a question, but over here, they are rounding off to the nearest 10. That means 87. Is it closer to 80 or is it closer to 90? Basically, I'm focusing on this one. So therefore, 87 is closer to 90. So therefore, we will write 3, 5, 6, and then we will write 9, 0. That is the answer for this particular part. Question number 2. This is about symmetry. So I'll take some extra time and I'll also write which topic each question belongs to. So question number 1, it belongs to the concept of like numbers, the very, very basic concept of it. Question number 2, it seems, I have not read the whole question, it seems it belongs to symmetry. Write down the number of lines of symmetry. Now, first of all, I'm allowed to draw some lines. So if I draw a line like this, yes, that is one line of symmetry. But if I think about drawing a line like this, it won't work. This is not okay. The reason being of these two areas. If these were not there, yes, there would be a second line of symmetry, but that's not possible. So let me remove it. So therefore, the answer is one line of symmetry. Question number 2. This is about order of rotational symmetry of this diagram. Now, you have to visualize a bit. Now, these arrows, this is pointing in this direction, this is pointing towards the flat. This is towards the flat, this is pointing towards this point. So basically, if I label this point as Q and this point as R, and if I want to rotate it, so Q will go 180 degrees, it will go in place of R, and R will go 180 degrees and take place of Q, and then one other rotation. If I'm thinking about these four lines and thinking that the order is 4, that's not true. Because of this flat surface, because of this pointed surface, they are not the same. So therefore, the order of rotational symmetry is 2 for the spot. So these two questions are done of symmetry. Question number 3, let's focus on this. This looks like a question of temperature differences. It could be about temperature, it could be about height, and it's usually about differences. The table shows the average monthly temperatures in degrees Celsius in the city. Jan, Feb, March, all the way till December. Find the difference between the highest and the lowest of these temperatures. So if we talk about the highest is 20, and the lowest one is 12, negative 12, that is. So therefore, the difference, I can do the working over here, 32 minus 12, that actually, I wrote the answer. That is 20 minus 12, that comes out to be 32 degrees Celsius. So this is 32 degrees Celsius. Now it's talking about February. In February, the average temperature in the city, Yakutsk, is 37 degrees Celsius, below that in Vladivostok. So find the average temperature in Y in February. Now, naturally, I have to compare the February temperature with the February temperature. So basically, -8, and that is 37 degrees below. Subtract 37. This comes out to be -45. This is the temperature in this town in February. So question number 3 is also done. Let's move on. Question number 4. This looks like basic mensuration. And now the question is, 2 cubes have a total volume of 152. So this is 2 cube. So let me underline it. Of course, you'll be underlining with a pencil. The total volume is 152. 1 cube has an edge of length 5 centimeter. Calculate the length of edge of the other cube. So first of all, volume of first cube, we don't know it's bigger or smaller. That is 5 into 5 into 5. This comes out to be 125 centimeter cube. Yes, it's the bigger one. Volume of the other should be 152 minus 125. So this difference is 27. This is all mental maths. So volume of the other is basically dimension x into x into x. Therefore, x cube is equals to 27. Therefore, x comes out to be 3. All the edges have equal length. So this is 3 centimeter. And then it says work out the total length of all the edges of the larger cube. Now, let me draw a cube. So if I draw a cube, this is a squarish thing, one of the squarish side like this. Let me get this thing. This is one, and then this is the other one, and then this is the third one. It doesn't have to be exact. It just has to give you the idea. So now a cube has how many edges? There are 12 edges, 4 blue, and then 4 black, and then similarly 4 red. So there are 12 edges. So 12 into 5, that is 60. So the length is 60 centimeter. So that's the basic question of mensuration. Now it says the diagram shows the net of a solid. So again, this is about mensuration. But in mensuration, there is a special topic and that is about nits of solids. So this is about nits. The diagram shows a net of a solid on a 1 centimeter grid. That means all these edges are 1 centimeter. I see a circle, I see a rectangle, and I see another circle. Name the solid formed by this net and describe fully the dimensions of the solid. Now we know from our experience that this solid is a cylinder. That's the top, that's the bottom, or vice versa. And this is the curved surface area. Basically, this length will wrap around and it will become the circumference of the circle. And basically, this is the length. And this is the diameter. So first of all, the diameter over here is 3 units, 3 centimeters. Therefore, radius is 1.5 centimeters. And this length is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 6 centimeter. And definitely what exactly it is, it's a cylinder. Radius is 1.5 centimeter. And the length or height, that is 6 centimeter. So that's how you describe it fully. Question number 6. Write down a prime number. Again, this is about the properties of numbers, prime numbers, rational numbers, irrational numbers, and so on. Write down a prime number between 10 and 15. So after 10, we have 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 11 is prime, 13 is prime. Write either one. 11 also is acceptable, 13 also is acceptable. An irrational number between 10 and 15. First of all, what's a rational number? A rational number is a number which can be written as a fraction of 2 integers. So that is rational. Therefore, square root of 2, 1.4142, is irrational. Square root of 3, which has a decimal value of 1.732, and so on, that's irrational, and so on. So after 10, if we have 11, square root of 11 is irrational, square root of 12 is irrational, square root of 13 is irrational, square root of 14 is irrational. So basically, what I can do is that I can write an irrational number between 10 and 15. But now the issue is 10, you cannot write 11 as such. 10 is square root of 100. 15 is square root of 225. So therefore, any square root of numbers between 100 and 225, that will be definitely an irrational number. So let me just write 101, square root of 102, and so on. So that is about numbers. Question number 7. This is about basic stats. So this is basic stats. That is mean, median, mode, and so on. 20 students were asked how many pets they owned. The responses were shown in the table. Find the median number of pets. 20 divided by 2 is 10. 20 is an even number. Therefore, average of 10th and 11th value, that is the median. So now we know that third, there are 3 zeros like this. And then there are 1, the number 1 is written 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, if I start counting, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6, this is 7, this is 8, 9, 10, and 11. So the 10th value and the 11th value, the T10 is also 1, the T11 is also 1, average of these two is 1, so that is the median. Calculate the mean number of pets. So we use the formula. That is x bar is sigma fx over sigma f. F represents frequency, number of pets is x. So therefore, x bar 0 into 3 and 1 into 8, 2 into 3, 3 into 4, 4 into 0, 5 into 2, everything added together divided by 20. So this is gone, this is gone, this is 8, this is 12, that's 20. This is 6. This is 10. So 20 plus 10, 30, 30 plus 6, 36, 36 over 20. That comes out to be 18 over 10. That comes out to be 1.8. So the answer is 1.8. That's the answer for this particular part. So now the first 7 questions, they were done till 2:33, and then I took a short break. So 2:20 till 2:33, we were able to solve 7 questions. So now we are starting with 2:38 after a 5-minute break, and which you can also take if you want during your exam. And let's continue. So now we are starting with question number 8, a question about basic fractions and all these things. So let me write this thing as fractions. Work out 2/3 minus 3/5. 3 into 5 is 15. 15 divided by 3 is 5. 5 into 2 is 10. 15 divided by 5 is 3. 3 into 3 is 9. 10 minus 9 is 1. 1 over 15. That is the answer for this part. Now remember, for the 1 mark part, even if you write the answer directly, they won't check your working because it's only for 1 mark. And on the contrary, if this is all good, but you forget to write over here, you will get no marks. Keep that in mind. 2/3, 3/5 divided by 2/3, that's 3/5 into 3 over 2. That is 9 over 10. That's 9 over 10. So this fractions thing is done. Now the next one, this is about ordering. So ordering is possible only if all units are the same. So let me label this as A, and then B, and then C, and then D. This I'm doing it for myself. And why don't I convert everything to centimeters? So let it remain as it is. And 3300 millimeter is basically 330 centimeters, correct? 3.1 kilometer. So 3.1 into 1000, that will be meters, and then 100, that will be centimeters. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. So that will be 31 and 4 zeros. So this will be 31 and 4 zeros. And then we have 34 meter, which is 340 centimeter. This is also centimeter. Centimeter, this is already in centimeter. Now, which one is the smallest? So the smallest one is 340 centimeter, which is D. So that is 34 meter. The second smallest one, actually no, B is the smallest. There is also 330 centimeter, very close. So B is the smallest. Let me first label it. And then the next one is D. And then the next one is A. And then the next one is C. So B is 330 centimeter, actually 3300 millimeter. Write the original thing. D is 34 meter. And then we have A, which is 32,000 centimeter. And then we have C, which is 33. C is 31,000, actually 31 and 4 zeros, 310,000. This thing, or 3.1 kilometer. So let me check if I've written the original thing. 3300 millimeter, this is B, that's good. 34 meter, that's good. 32,000 centimeters, that's good. And this is 3.1 kilometer. So this is all good, all clear. So we have the millimeter, we have the meter, we have the centimeter, we have the kilometer. All good, all good. Now, next one. This looks like a question of scatter diagram. Now, what does it say? The table below shows the monthly rent for 9 apartments and the distances of these apartments from the city center. So what do we observe? The distances are increasing. Actually, it's not randomly, it's randomly arranged. It's not in ascending order. So 0.8 is 570, 1.5 is 470, 2.7 is 420, 3.6 is 300. From here, I can just figure out that as the distances are increasing, the monthly rent is decreasing. Therefore, it will have a negative correlation. Now, the first thing is complete the scatter diagram. The first 4 points have been plotted for you. So the first 4 points are plotted. Let me plot the next ones. So 2.0 to 480. So 2.0 and 480. So this is 2.0. This is 480. That's right over here. Then it's 4.3 and 270. So 4.3 and 270. So this is 270 is here, and this is 4.3. This is like this. 3.0 and 360, 3 and 360. That's this one. And 1.0 and 530, 1.0 and 530. That is over here. So that's how these points are plotted. So my points are these 4 red ones. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 of them. Did I miss out anything? 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 and 480. Let me double check. So that's 2 and 480. That's done. 4.3 and 270. That's done. 2.3 and this one is missing. 2.3 and 390. So now it's 2.3 and 390. So this is 2.5, 4, 2.3. Okay, now all the 5 points are done. What type of correlation is shown in the diagram? It has a negative slope, so therefore it's a negative correlation. I can write like this. I can write in the proper words negative. On the scatter diagram, draw a line of best fit. So let me draw a line of best fit. And I'll just first try it out. There's 3 points at the bottom, 3 points at the top. That's okay. Let me try another one. Something like this. 2 points, 4 at the top, 3 at the bottom. This is also good. What if it's exactly like this? So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 points. Let me make something else. Okay, I think this is the best one that I can get. And it says this thing is done. And then it says use your line of best fit to estimate the monthly rent for an apartment which is 4 kilometers from the city center. So 4 kilometers from the city center, I'll draw a line like this, touch the graph, go left, and read off this value. So this is going up like this, going this way, and this is 250, 270. So this is $270 according to this line of best fit. So this question is done. Let me move to question number 11. 100 adults were asked the color of the car. The results are as shown. So this is again statistics. So this is again stats, and I think it's about relative frequency. That's the same thing as probability. Write down the relative frequency that one of the car is blue. Total is 100, blue is 23. So this blue is 23 divided by 100. That's the answer for this one. A different group of 1,200 adults were asked the color of the car. The relative frequency of the person owning a white car is 0.3. Find the number of these adults who own a white car. So 0.3 means 3 out of 10. It also means 30 out of 100. It also means 30%. That means 30% of 1,200 is the answer. 30 over 100 of 1,200. So therefore, the zeros cancels out. 30 into 12, that comes out to be 360. So 360 own a white car. Now, question number 12, a classic question of estimation. So now we are talking about estimation. By writing each number correct to one significant figure, estimate the value. 0.28. This is 1. This is the second significant figure. This is greater than 5. So therefore, this becomes 0.3. Then we have 37.4. And this is the second significant figure, greater than 5. So 37 becomes 40. Then we have 77.8. And the second significant figure is 7, greater than 5. So 77 becomes 80. So basically, we are multiplying 0.3 with 40. And then we are dividing it with 80. So that is what we are doing. So basically, 41s are 42s are 0.3 is 0.30 divided by 2. That comes out to be 0.15. So the answer is 0.15. Let's move on. Expand and simplify. So this is like algebra. And this is all fractions in algebra. Okay, the first one, pretty basic. So we will x into x into -4, 3 into x, 3 into -4. That is x square minus 4x plus 3x minus 12. That is x square minus x minus 12. X square minus x minus 12. This thing is done. And then the next one. That one is this thing. There's nothing to take common. You have to expand anyway. So 5x plus 10. Minus 2 into 2x minus 4x. Minus 2 into minus 1 is plus 2. So 5x minus 4x is x. And 10 plus 2 is 12. So this is x plus 12. And this is question number 13 that we have reached. Write as a single fraction. Now over here, I'll prefer to take b common out and write 4/3 and 5/9 like this. And b outside, 3 and 9, the LCM is 9. So this 5 remains as it is. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 3 into 4 is 12. 12 plus 5 is 17. So 17b/9, 17/9b. That's the answer. Question number 14. This is about standard form. Now, all these basic stuff is being asked over here. And paper 1 should be your scoring paper. But unfortunately, when people take it in a manner of overconfidence, people lose marks. Write down in the standard form. So this decimal is over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have moved 4 to the right. Therefore, this is 8.63 into 10 to the power -4. 8.63 into 10 to the power -4. The table shows the approximate areas of some deserts. Antarctica, Arabian, Gobi, Kalahari, Sahara. Now, the very first thing I'll notice is that the powers. There are 3 powers with 10 to the power 6. I let them remain as it is. So this and this and this are all good. What I'll change is this one. So let me change this one. Let me change this one. 1.4 into 10 to the power 7 can be written as 1.4 into 10 to the power 1 into 10 to the power 6. 1.4 into 10 to the power 1 is 14. That is 14 into 10 to the power 6. Similarly, 9 into 10 to the power 5. So this can be written as 9, can be written as 9. And then I can write division by this thing. So 10 to the power 5 can be written as 10 to the power 6 over 10 to the power 1. Now, this is like out of the box thinking. So this is 10 to the power 1 divided by 9. This is 0.9 into 10 to the power 6. Now, this thing is also done. Now, only can I decide which desert has the greatest, the largest area. So the largest area, since they all have a power of 10 to the power 6, now I can look at the numbers. And Antarctica has 14, Arabian 2.3, Gobi 1.3, this is 0.9, this is 9, so therefore the greatest one is Antarctica. That's the largest desert. The next one, calculate the total area of Arabian and Kalahari Desert. So this is Arabian, this is Kalahari, and they both are written to the power of 6. This is already power of 6. This is now in power of 6. So therefore, 2.3 into 10 to the power 6 plus 0.9 into 10 to the power 6. That's 2.3 plus 0.9. 10 to the power 6 is taken common. That is 3.2 into 10 to the power 6. Make sure that when we write in standard form, this is a times 10 to the power n, where a has to be an integer that has to be lesser than 10 and greater than or equal to 1. So this is the case, 3.2 into 10 to the power 6. That's the answer for this part. Let's move on. So now this time on this page, what do I see? I see indices. So let me write indices over here. The first part, 7 raised to power of negative 3, 7 raised to power of negative 4. So 7 raised to power of negative 3 can be written as 1 over 7 cube, division sign as it is. This is 1 over 7 raised to power of 4. This is 1 over 7 cube into 7 raised to power of 4 over 1. So this is 7 raised to power of 4 minus 3, which is 7 raised to power of 1, which is 7. That's one approach. There is also an alternative approach. That alternative approach is 7 raised to power of negative 3 over 7 raised to power of negative 4, which can be written as 7 raised to power of negative 3 minus 4. That is 7 raised to power of negative 3 plus 4. That is 7 raised to power of 1, which is 7. So both approaches are perfectly good. Find the value of k when this is true. 3 raised to power of 6k, the powers multiply. This is 3 raised to power of 2. Since the bases are the same, therefore the powers should equal. 6k equals to 2, therefore k is 2/3, 2 over 6. So sometimes I jump into the answer mentally. 2 over 6 or 1/3. So this is 1/3 over here. Simplify this thing. Now when we simplify, this is 3 power 1. This is 2 raised to power of 4. This 2 and this 2, they multiply. Into 3 raised to power of 6. 3 and 2 multiply. Into 5 raised to power of 8. Now let's take care of these two. So this is 3 raised to power of 7. And this one is 2 raised to power of 4. And this is 5 raised to power of 8. So now compare. 2 raised to power of a, 2 raised to power of 4. Therefore, a is 4. Similarly, b is 7, c is 8. So write a is 4, b is 7, c is 8. That's the answer for this one. They're not asking us to give the values such and such. So better that we write this thing as 2 power 4 into 3 power 7 into 5 power 8. So let's just erase this because they were not asking us the values of A, B, and C. This thing is done. Question number 16, vectors. So let's try this question out. So this is vectors and it looks like a question of column vector. So now the question says, on the grid below, draw and label P. Now what is P? So let me choose this thing, a blue color. And this is P. P is 2, 3, which means that go 2 units right. So I'll go 2 unit right and I'll go 3 units up. This is P. So therefore, 2 right, 3 up, and this is the final one. And let me erase this thing. This thing is gone. This thing is gone. Therefore, this is P. On the unit grid below, label 2Q. Now Q is minus 3, 2. So 2Q is 2 times minus 3, 2, which comes out to be minus 6 and 4. That means go 6 units to the left. So start from here or here maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 4 units down. So that's where we are ending. So again, I can take help. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4 units down. And this is the final one. Look at the direction of the arrow. That's like this. So this is 2q. Erase this, erase this. That's perfectly good. P minus q. Now P is 2, 3. Q is minus 3, 2. P is 2, 3. And Q is minus 3, 2. Therefore, P minus Q evaluate. That's 2, 3. Minus 3, 2. 2 minus 3 is 5. 3 minus 2 is 1. So 5, 1. So we are interested in 5, 1. Therefore, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1 like this. And this is the final one. That's like this. Erase the original, erase the original. The yani original means the working that you have done. So therefore, this is P minus Q. So that is what we are getting. So vectors is done. Now this one is scales and maps. So this is scales and maps. The scale of a map is 2 centimeter to 1 kilometer. So this is 2 centimeter. This is 1 kilometer. The area of wood on the map is 6 centimeters square. So this is 6 centimeters square. We have to convert it into kilometers square. Now we will write map. We will write actual. We will write the linear scale first, which is 2 centimeter to 1 kilometer. Therefore, square both sides because we are talking about areas. So 2 centimeters square becomes 1 kilometer square. Actually, 2 also needs to be squared. So 2 becomes 4. 4 centimeters square is 1 kilometer square. Therefore, 6 centimeters square is wood kilometer square. Cross multiply like this, like this. Therefore, 4W is 1 into 6. Therefore, W is 6 over 4, 3 over 2, 1.5 kilometers square. That's the answer. Now the time is 2:59. Let me go to the top. So over here, 2:38 till 2:59. And I forgot to look at how many questions have I done. I think 17. So now I solved questions from 8 till 17. So 8 till 17, they were solved in this time frame. So basically, what we have, let me write it over here, the time interval, 2:20 till 2:23. So I took 13 minutes to do a lot of explanation and solve 7 questions. And 8 till 17, that is 10 questions. So 13 minutes, 7 questions. And then 2:38 till 2:59, 48, 58, 21 minutes. And then I solved 10 questions because the questions were increasing in order of difficulty. Now the third part, let's see how it goes. And this time I'm starting at 3 o'clock. And let's see the time that it takes. So let's go back over there. And now we have a question of set notation. So this is basically sets and Venn diagram. In the Venn diagram, shade the region represented by P intersection Q complement. Now this is Q. Q complement is this. Q complement is this. Everything outside of Q is Q complement. But we want to intersect it with P. So therefore, the answer in this case is the shading that's over here. That's outside of Q, but inside of P. That is the answer for this part. Part B. A club has 32 members and 14 of the members are female and 18 of the members are male. So female are the blue ones and the male are the purple ones. 5 of the female have black hair. So there are 5 females with black hair. There are 6 males with black hair. Now the set, the diagrams that's drawn, that's a rectangle, the universal set, and it's female and black. F for female, members with black hair. Now, first of all, I should start with females. 5 of the females have black hair. So this 5 will go over here. So 5 of the females have black hair. And 6 of the males have black hair. So the black hair one people should be 6 over here, because these are not female, but they still have black hair. So therefore they are males. So that thing is, and all together, how many females are there? There are 14 females. So 14 minus 5, this comes out to be 9. So this female, this is 9. And now I'm left with 18 members are male. So 18 minus 6 is 12. These are which people? These are males who do not have black hairs. Therefore, they do not belong to any of these categories. Complete the Venn diagram to show this information for 2 marks. Now, this one is about circle property. So this is circle properties, angle properties, tangent properties, all those things. Now let's read the whole question first. We have B, D, E, F, G are points on the circumference of the circle. So this is B, this is D, this is E, this is F, this is G. AC is tangent to the circle. So this is tangent to the circle. So let me just highlight this. And then we have this thing, that angle DFG is 75. I can see that this angle is 75 and this angle is 48. Find angle DEG. So let me mark the ones that I need to find. So DEG, that needs to be found. And then we have DOG. DOG is this one. Okay. And then the third one is DBC. And that is this one, which is the purple one, which is DBC. Okay. Now, the very first thing that I observe is that this angle and this angle, it's produced by the same chord, which is GD. So therefore, this is also 75 degrees. So GED or DEG, this is 75 degrees. They are not asking for any reasoning. I'll simply write down the answer. DOG, angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference. So this is 2 times 75 degrees, which is 150 degrees. Third one is DBC, and this is for 2 marks. That means it requires some working. So let me just erase this line. Let me label this thing in green. Now, if I'm able to calculate this green angle, these 3 angles, the orange one, the 48 degrees, and the green one and the purple one, that should all add up to 180 degrees. Now, this green one is half of this reflex green. So this is what? This is 360 minus 150 degrees. That is 210 degrees. So first of all, let me write reflex and DOG is 210 degrees. And therefore, GBD is half of that reflex, half of 210. That comes out to be 105 degrees. That's the second thing. So this is 105 degrees. Now these 3 add up to 180. So 48, 105 DBC. DBC plus 105 plus 48 adds up to 180. 153. 180. 180 minus 153. This is 27. This is DBC. This is DBC. I'm writing it again and again so that I can have my working ready. So this is 27 degrees. That's how this question is completed. Now, question number 20. This is about functions. Fx is given as this. Find f of 3. So f of 3 is 6 into 3 plus 2 divided by 5. 18 plus 2 is 20. 20 divided by 5. This comes out to be 4. Write 4 over here. And then the next one, find f inverse of x. Let y equals to fx. Therefore, f inverse y equals to x. We always write this down. Fx is 6x plus 2. So therefore, y is equals to 6x plus 2. Make x the subject. 6x plus 2 divided by 5. 5y minus 2 is equals to 6x. Therefore, 5y minus 2 over 6 is equals to x. But what is x? F inverse y. What is x? This thing, this equals to f inverse y. But we have a habit of writing in terms of x. So therefore, this is 5x minus 2 divided by 6. That's how it's completed. Question number 21, that is proportionality. So this is proportionality. Y is inversely proportional to 1 over x plus 1 whole square. Y is equals to k over x plus 1 whole square. Given that y is 2 when x is 3. So y is 2, x is 3, 1 over 3 plus 1 whole square. That is 4 square. 4 square is 16. So 2 into 16 is k. Therefore, k comes out to be 32. Therefore, the equation is 32 over x plus 1 whole square. Now they are giving us the value of x is equals to 9. So when x is 9, y is 32 over 9 plus 1 whole square. That is 32 over 100. Your choice whether to write in fractions or write in decimals. I'll write in decimals. 0.32 because this is exact. So now this question is completed. Question number 22. What is it? Question number 22 is again algebra. And in algebra, this time it's about factorization. Earlier, we had a question that was about expansion. Factorize. This factorization is called factorization by grouping. So what we do is that we form groups. This is one group. This is the other group. So in the first group, I can take a as common. This is 5x minus 3y. In the other group, I can take constant common. Let me take minus 2 common. I can take c common. I'm left with positive 5x. I'm left with negative 3y. It's necessary that these two will be the same. So now you will take common 5x minus 3y. And what am I left with? A minus 2c. Do not, that's just stop over here. Some people, they get excited, they multiply it out, they get back the question. You don't have to. You should not. So now 5x minus 3y bracket a minus 2c, that is the answer. This one is middle term factorization. 4 into 15 is 60. So 15x squared. And then when we talk about 60, 20 and 3, that is 60. And what else is 60? 12 and 5. So minus 12x plus 5x. So let me write plus 5x minus 12x minus 4. So 5x, and I can write 3x plus 1 minus 3, minus 4 actually. So minus 4, 3x plus 1. Again, double check. These two should be the same, just like above. So 3x plus 1, and this is 5x minus 4. So this is 3x plus 1. This is 5x minus 4. Again, this is algebra. But this time in algebra, this is manipulation. Algebraic manipulation, making something the subject of the equation. Rearrange the formula to make x the subject. So therefore, 2x minus 1 into y is 3x plus 2. 2xy minus y, 3x plus 2. And 2xy minus 3x is y plus 2. X common, 2y minus 3 is y plus 2. And then we have x is equals to y plus 2 over 2y minus 3, y plus 2 over 2y minus 3. So this was algebraic manipulation. Above was algebraic factorization. So this thing is done. And now what is it? This is matrices. So let's try it out. Given that Mn is equals to Nm, find the value of K. We know that order does make a difference. So 1, 0, 4, 3 multiplying with K 0, 1, 4 and then K 0, 1, 4. So now N is written first and M is written last. 1, 0, 4, 3. So now the rule is row and then column and then column. The same goes over here. Row and then column and then column. And then we repeat the process with the next one, which is 4, 3 and so on. So now 1 into K, 0 into 1. So therefore this is K. 1 into 0, 0 into 4. That is 0, 4K plus 3. And this is 0 and this is 12. K into 1, 0 into 4, that's K. K into 0, 0 into 3, that's 0, 1 plus 16, that is 17. And 0 plus, and this is 12. Now let's double check. This K equals to this K, 0 equals to 0, 12 equals to 12. Therefore, what are we left with? We are left with 4K plus 3 is equals to 17. So therefore, 4K plus 3 is equals to 17. 4K is equals to 12. K comes out to be 3. Go very gradual. There is no hurry. So now I said this myself and I made the same mistake. 17 minus 3, it's not 17 minus 5. So 17 minus 3 is 14. And therefore, K is 14 over 4, which is 7 over 2. So I can write 7 over 2. I can write 3.5. Both are perfectly good. I can even write 3.5. This one, question number 25, the all famous chapter, that is vectors. So we had a simple question of vectors. Now this is kind of a little bit tougher question. In the triangle ACD, so let's go read and look at the diagram. ACD, so ACD. B is the midpoint of AC. B is the midpoint of AC, so let me mark it. So therefore this and this will be the same. E is the midpoint of AD. E is the midpoint of AD. AB is given, DC is given. Express AC. Now, first of all, that's basic. BC and AC will be the same. BC and AB is the same. So AB is the same thing as BC. And over here, let me write AE. And over here, let me write AE will be the same thing as ED. This will be used later on. And what else is there? Find AC. So basically, AC is double of AB. So AC is 2 times AB. That's 2 times 6A plus 3B, which is 12A plus 6B, that is AC. Now let's talk about AD. AD plus DC is AC. AD plus DC is equals to AC. Therefore, AD is AC minus DC. AC 12A plus 6B bracket minus DC 5A plus 2B. 12 minus 5, 7A, 6 minus 2, 4B. 7A plus 4B. That is AD. Show that EB is parallel to DC. So I have to prove this. For that, I need AE. So AE is half of AD. So first of all, let me write AE. That is half of AD. So therefore, 7 divided by 2A and 4 divided by 2B, which is 3.5A. Yeah, let me write this thing as fraction. Let it remain as fraction, 7 over 2A plus 2B. That is AE. Now, AE plus EB is AB. So AE plus EB is equals to AB. Therefore, make EB the subject, that is AB minus AE. So what is AB? AB is given 6A plus 3B. AE is right over here, which is 7 over 2A plus 2B. When we subtract, we get 6 minus 3.5 is 2.5, which is 5 over 2A. And 3 minus 2 is A. Let me take LCM. This is B. Hold for a second. Let me write this thing as B. Let me take LCM. That's 5A plus 2B divided by 2. That's half of 5A plus 2B. This is our AE. We have to prove that EB is parallel to DC. And one more thing, this is not AE, this is EB. So this is EB that I have proven. And we know what is DC. DC is 5A plus 2B. DC is 5A plus 2B, which is right over here. In other words, I have proven that EB is half of DC. Therefore, EB divided by DC is half. That is known as scalar multiple, and that is only applicable if two vectors are parallel. So I have proven the fact that EB is parallel to DC for 3 marks. So basically 1 mark for this, 1 mark for this, 1 mark for the scalar multiple, and that's how we finish the paper at 319. So let's scroll up all the way. And this is 3 to 319. So in 19 minutes, let me write in black marker. So in 19 minutes, we have solved how many questions? So we have started with 18, and I think this was question number 25, I think. Yeah. So 18, 19, 20, and 5 more. So therefore, 8 questions. So therefore, we have the time as follows. So 13 minutes for 7 questions. Then 21 minutes, the time is in minutes. And this is number of questions. In 21 minutes, we solve 10 questions. In 19 minutes, we solved 8 questions. So 7, 10, and this is 25 questions. It was solved in 19 and 21. That's 40, 50, 53 minutes. That is with a lot of explanation and background and labeling and doing the coloring and everything. So 2 hours is a lot. Yesterday, when I solved the paper on paper, not on the iPad, on paper, it took me 30 minutes to solve the whole question. Okay? That is for myself. So that means you have 2 hours. That is a lot, provided you are good in practicing these papers. So for the next class, try out the next paper.